Alright, so Pressure is a really fun game, but sometimes it can feel a little empty in spots, and it'd be nice to fill those gaps where things get a bit stale. Now yeah, some of those ideas might sound weird or even wrong at first, but I'm going to explain why I think most of them can actually make the game smoother than it already is. So, without any more yapping, let's get into it. We already know Doors has modifiers, and it's honestly kind of inevitable that Pressure will get in them too. We even had a hint of this with a fake Grace collab badge that was covering up for upcoming badges. Now, since Pressure is way more flexible with its entities, it could go way further, with modifiers maybe such as the area in the walls where a wall dweller spawns, suddenly a bunch spawn, or maybe even from the front, or even a wall-specific dweller that can act different, faster, stealthier, more aggressive, stuff that would make the game a lot more different to how it already is. Now, cutscene skips is something that a ton of players will want, as people like seeing cutscenes, but they don't like having to sit through the entire thing. Some of them would like to look at the cutscene for a bit and then potentially turn them off immediately. But as of right now, you can only turn it off before starting your game, but once you're in, you're stuck with it, and that means you've got to commit if you like to have your chrono at the end of your run. So a simple skip button would fix all of that. Now, this ties into the next point that I like to make, which is more cutscenes in general, because I'd actually like to see more of these, as the developers already proved that they can make insanely good cutscenes, like the one for the ending cutscene, which is probably the best animation I've seen on Roblox entirely, by the way. And it'd be cool to see mini cutscenes like when entering the Lunar Dock on the tram, because right now, while you can see the searchlights while looking out the tram, it could be cool to have a cutscene where it shows Painter and Navi having a bit of a fight over the bulkhead, as that is currently the only ground encounter that is in the game right now, other than the firewall where Painter is directly involved. Every single time we see a locked door, it's the same keypad, so I think it'd be nice if the keycards had the old sprite and the keycodes kept the new one, just to separate them. But if not, it'd still be cool if there was a way to decode doors instead of only finding the keycard. Something like the decoder from the Hunt Mega Edition could fit here, not only for the breacher doors but also the locked ones in general. Though yeah, it might make it easier to grab the keycards, but having that option would separate Pressure from the usual find item unlock door thing that Doors currently uses. I love the new Lunar Dock rework, conveyors, crates and all that, it's amazing, but I still think it would be cool if there was more variety, like rooms that change generator spawns, hiding spots. That shift around is potentially the difference between a game feeling stale and also feeling smooth. We've already seen this through Pressure's insane amount of room variety, with tiny little shifts just to make the rooms feel brand new. But it could also be cool if there was even hiding spots that shift around, or even broken hiding spots to show the damage search that is already caused. For someone like me with 300 plus hours in the game, I think it'd be fun variety, but new players might find it a challenge, which is why it would need to be balanced a bunch. Tying into that as well is also some puzzle variety in Searchlights, as right now, Searchlight puzzle are the simple generator click game and that's it, but it would also be nice to have some different ones like wire minigames where you connect them up, or even a hand crank style puzzle to power the generator. Just something different to break it up, as every single time you play the game it's always the same generators. I think it could also be cool if Pressure used the mini encounter rooms that we see indoors, like how Figure appears in the mines, in these sort of small rooms that are not really considered a big room. It would also be kind of cool to make this with a big use with the spider room that's in the game. But it could go further. I mean, imagine walking into a containment room with loose anomalies so you just have to get through quietly without disturbing them. Little moments like these would add so much, but it would affect the speedrun community a lot. We've already seen Searchlight added in the Abomination chase, which was awesome, but I feel like they could show it up more, as considering that the Searchlight is considered a wild animal, but it would be kind of cool to see it in maybe the Trench Bleed room. You could have it where when you walk in, you'd see it and it crushes a searchlight, showing the effect the trench bleeders have on the wildlife that exists in the trenches. Or maybe you can have it where when you're going past the trench bleeder, there'd be a specific type of trench bleeder, that when you go in, there'd be a searchlight that you would have to dodge, kind of referring to the old dodge sequence that you would have at Door 100 before Worth the Wait. Finally, I think it'd be great if the developers did more community involvement, as we already know things like the hidden Kibo document exists thanks to Loose Logan, and it'd also be awesome if they held 50 player rounds or mini tournaments where you could win stuff like that. Doesn't have to be the Necrobloxcon since that was tied to the early bird badge, but maybe rewards that actually spread through the community, not just randomly running into a dev, but scheduled events on their discords so more people could join in. Yeah, overall, there's a lot that could be added to Pressure, and most of it comes straight from community feedback. And just to be clear, I'm not hating on the game at all. I love it. I mean, I have over 300 hours on the game, but I love to see even more added since the developers clearly have a passion for this game, and it's already shown how good they are with their ending cutscenes and just cutscenes in general. Oh, and quick reminders, I'm uploading on Mondays and Fridays now. Mondays will be my usual gameplay and challenges, and Friday will be me talking about the game like this. And remember, whenever I try to look at things from the perspective of beginners, experts, and speedrunners, since the community is made up of all three, and you need to cater to all three groups.